Let me feel your love again.
Hi, hi, hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. I am happy to have you guys back here. If you're a returning viewer and if you're new here, you're totally welcome. I'm like excited to have you here. Thank you for clicking on this video. It means a lot, and you have no idea, but it does mean a lot to me. So yeah, I'm happy that you are here with me. I totally enjoy your company, and stick and stay with me, and I hope you enjoy the content that I do give to you. So yeah, let's just get into it. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a very sensitive aspect of my life. It's like very sensitive for me, but I really want to share this part of my life with the rest of the world. And so, although I don't feel like I'm very ready to like share yet, I'm still going to go ahead to share the journey, because like this is sort of like if you're scared to do something and you keep dwelling in the fear, you would never do it, or by the time you're ready to do it, it would have been too late. So this is like my step out of the whole fear, like my first step. So I'm just hoping that it goes well and you guys enjoy the content, and if even if it touches the life of one person, it will mean a lot to me. So yeah, let's just get into it already. So if you have met me personally or you know me in person, you'd know that I have been living with a physical condition for like the longest time, and I don't like to call it a physical challenge. A lot of people would call it a physical challenge, but for me, I have made up my mind not to term it as such, because a challenge for me is a challenge if you want to deem it as one. Like, I believe that there's always a way around whatever challenge you are facing. Like, in life, challenges are bound to happen, and so the best for you to do is to work with the brain God has given you and find a way around whatever challenge you are facing. So for me, I don't like to call it a physical challenge. For me, I'd rather call it a physical condition, because people are living with like conditions which are like internal, but nobody capitalizes on that, even if they know about it, to say that, oh, this person is internally challenged or whatever. No, nobody says that. So for me, they always say it's like a condition you're living with. So for me, I think that the only reason why people call it a physical challenge is because they can see it. If they don't see it, they don't know what you're going through. So for me, I don't want to call it a physical challenge, a physical condition, and that is it. Although for the purposes of this video and for the purposes of people who be watching, and for the fact that we have become used to calling it a physical challenge, at some point in my video I may use the term, but I'll try as much as possible not to use it at all. So yeah, so what happened was that I actually like suffered a paralysis when I was like really young in my right leg, and so it's smaller than like the normal foot, which is the left foot. And so I cannot wear regular shoes. I can't wear like all the fancy shoes, which is very sad for me, because I love shoes. Like, I remember I had like a whole folder of shoes on my phone, and like shoes I wish I could wear, but unfortunately I cannot wear them. So yeah, I have to wear like a pair of sandals. In my world, they're called sandals, but maybe when people outside see them, they'll call them shoes because of how they are modeled. But where I get my stuff from, the shoes are modeled differently, and so this don't pass as shoes. They're like more of sandals. So I wear like that with like, and attached to that is a metal. It's called the caliper. So the caliper is like extends all the way to my thigh, and I have to wear that to help me move better and easily. Yeah, so like it helps in my day-to-day activities and all of that. So that's what I have to live with. and that is what I wear. And unfortunately, where I get my shoes done, they don't do more than one for you, like at a time. So you have to live with wearing one for every single function, and that really it is. I hate that. To be honest, I hate that. But what can I do? Well, I don't have any other alternative anywhere, and maybe not like there are no alternative. Maybe I just have not found an alternative yet. So this is what I have to live with, and I've been living with this for like the past 25 25 years, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe my parents will correct me on that, but it's like, yeah, that's what I have to deal with, and it has been like a very big struggle for me. Like, it has not been easy at all for me. People see me and they think my life is easy, they think I have everything, they think I come from a rich home, which I don't. And I just think that my parents have just put me on like a comfortable pedestal. So like they try as much as possible to make you comfortable. Not just me, but my siblings and I are growing up. Whether they can afford it or not, they will like try as much as possible to like get you the best of the best, however they can. So yeah, I think that is what it is mostly about. So today, like, the focus of my video is more about like growing up in Ghana with a physical condition. Well, growing up in Ghana is all I've known, so I'm going to give it to you from the perspective of like my growing up in Ghana, and also from like my personal life, like what I have experienced personally. Like, I know everyone's experience or journey has been different, but just to put this out there, this is like my personal like story. It's not like a one size fits all thing. I'm not going to sit here and say everyone goes through the same thing. Everyone's journey is different. I've read and listened to stories that are totally different from what I have experienced, and I'm sure mine is going to be different from another person's. So for everyday living for me, in my experience, I'm going to say that it is very important that you brace yourself, like get your confidence vest on, or your cap on, however you want to put it. Like, just get it on. Whatever you do to make you feel confident about yourself, I think that you should focus on doing that. Do that for yourself, if not for anything at all. Like, do it for yourself. Also, my experience, I've come to learn that it's great to like believe in you. You should know that like you are not your body, and you are more than your body. Like, your body doesn't define you, or the condition you live with does not define you. But because for me, before the condition, I first came out as a human being. Like, I'm a human being first, and so there are things that I love to do, there are things that I like, and there are things that, yeah, I enjoy doing. And as a human being, I shouldn't be embarrassed about doing those things or be shy to do those things. And so making my physical condition block me from doing those things is like doing myself a disservice. So I'd rather want to embrace myself however I can, although it's not easy. Like, yeah, you should like make the efforts, you know and yeah, you'd be able to like get something going for yourself. Because I sat down one day and I realized that if I did not, like, well, so there's so many things I've wanted to do as a child, and even when I was younger than I am now, and I made the condition stop me. And so I just sat down one day and then I'm like, I know this can't be. It's possible. Like, you can do whatever you want to do. So like, just take it one step at a time. It's not going to be easy. I haven't gone through any therapy to help me through the journey or whatever. It's just me and my mind and my, like, the willpower God has given me. So it's not going to be like so easy, and then, okay, so like, also I have a great support system, so, like, a few friends and my family. So yeah, I have that to like see me through. And then sometimes, not like I'm looking for validation, but sometimes like I just find it okay to talk to, say, my twin brother about something. Like if so, like on the day that I wore like a very short skirt out, although I knew I wanted to do that, and I knew that I didn't have to go and seek validation from anyone, I just wanted to talk to him about it, because like hearing back from him would give me some comfort, like just to make them move, you know. Like I just need like very little help, although sometimes it may look like I'm projecting my insecurities, I'm trying to like bring them, or like I'm not moving past them. Like sometimes just a few words from like the person would like help. So it is one of the ways that I try to deal with it. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that, oh, I have it all figured out, I have been confident from the get-go and all of that. No, I am not like anywhere close to like 100% confidence. I am like, I'll give myself like 40%, 50%. It's 40 to 50% ish, because there's so many things that I really wish I could still do, but I'm still like taking it one step at a time, and I just hope that God helps me through it. Um, yeah. So for me, in everyday living, I think that you should brace yourself, because there's a lot of things that are bound to happen in your day-to-day life. You're going to experience like pity parties. Like people are going to see you, and then they'll be like, oh, you know, and be looking at you. Like sometimes I'll pass by people, like I know they're coming from a good place, because someone would say, oh, she look at her, she's pretty, and then this has happened to her, and all of that. But who should it happen to? It shouldn't happen to anyone. Like no one deserves it. So the fact that you're pretty doesn't mean that it shouldn't happen to you. And so yeah, people are going to be staring at you. Oh my god, that one is inevitable. Like no matter where you are, where you find yourself, you get at least one person staring at you, and some people can go the extra mile and they will stare for minutes, which is, I think that staring at a situation you're not used to seeing around is okay. I think it's okay, because like you can be excused for it. But when you stare too much, you start making the person feel uncomfortable. It can be really, 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 really uncomfortable, because you're wondering what they are looking at. Like I remember one time, not just one time, like my older brother, if he finds you staring at me, he doesn't care how long you're staring at me for. He's going to ask you why and ask you to look away. I remember he's done that a couple of times. So yeah, so just stay confident as much as you can. Like yeah, that's about it for like everyday living. The stairs would come, the pity parties would come. You'd also meet some very nice, considerate people, you know, people who sort of understand where you're coming from, and all of that. Also, you can't really blame people, because some people have experienced close people who have like physical conditions, or who live with physical conditions, so they sort of understand where you're coming from, but some people don't, so you can't really blame them, because they really don't get it, and not everyone knows how to approach a particular topic or issue or matter, so you can't really blame people, but also it doesn't take away how you feel or the effects those actions have on you, so it's a bit tricky. You can't really blame people. Some people are just naturally mean. You have people who tease you as well. So I remember um not too long ago, like it's something that happened in my last school. So some two guys, I'm trying to like put their story together. Well, some two guys came to the area I was studying at. I think they were also trying to get like a spot they could study, but they couldn't get a spot. And so when they were descending the staircase, I think they could see my feet, so they saw what I was wearing and realized that it didn't look normal, and they were laughing like they were laughing at me, and they were asking me a question. I didn't get the question well. I can't remember the question well, and they were laughing about it. They were saying that they were pointing at it as your shoe, and they were laughing. I'm like, I didn't get it. I had exams and I had to study and pass my exams, so I didn't pay attention to them. I'm like, it hurts me. It made me feel a certain way. So in the evening, on my way back to my room, they saw me and realized that, oh, so I actually used crutches and all of that. That's something I also didn't add. So I use like a crutch when I'm out, like an elbow crutch. Yeah. When I'm going out and even at home. At home I use two. Out I use one, just so I can do my things by myself easily. So they saw me and then they're like, oh, they didn't know, and they were apologizing. And because the whole situation hurt me, like these are grown men, there was no way I was going to forgive them for it. Like I didn't see reason to. So when they spoke to me, I ignored them and walked away, because why would you do such a thing to me? If I wasn't like very strong hearted, do you think I would even want to come out of my room again? No. But I decided to put it behind me, and I still continued with my life, and I'm here today. So yeah, such a struggle. I'm not going to lie. And if you are very emotional, it'll be so hard for you. Sometimes you just have to turn off your emotions. I think that's what I did at a point. That's what I did. Otherwise I would have been crying every day of my life, because things people have said to me or have done to me or have said about me, I don't know how many people can take that, but it's fine. It's totally fine. So yeah, that's about it. All I can see right now for like everyday living. So we'll move. So the next thing I'm going to be looking at is like from the school perspective. But I'm going to like look at it from like my primary school, going to like GHS, then senior high school, and then like the university. So with that, I don't know, but yeah, I think it has been like a very interesting journey for me. Like it hasn't been so cruel on me. It has been quite smooth, quite nice, quite annoying sometimes, quite uncomfortable sometimes. But like yeah, it has been okay. Yeah, it has been an okay journey. So recounting the days I was in primary school, like in primary school, it's very tricky there, because you're going to be encountering kids, and kids don't know what's happening with you. Kids don't know, so they'll say whatever they can see or whatever they would see. But like I always say, it doesn't take away from how you feel about what they see, or how you digest it, or what effect it has on you. It doesn't take away that from you at all. Like how are you going to feel, you're going to feel that way. So for me, also the fact that we all come from different backgrounds, different upbringings, and all of that, it also plays a role in the sense that people are going to react differently to the situations they find around themselves. People are going to, some people are going to be really nice about it, some people are going to be very respectful about it, some people are going to be very pretentious, some people are also going to be very mean. And so that is something that is bound to happen if you are going to be in the midst of kids, like, you really can't take that away, because kids see what they see and they say what they see, like, with no filter whatsoever. So people usually say the most honest people are kids, and that's true to some extent, unless of course they go and steal candy and they lie about it. But like, yeah, they can be the most honest people. So it can be very tricky, like, in as much as I don't want the things that I heard when I was a kid to affect me, because I kind of understand that kids are kids, they are always kids, and they usually don't understand what they are doing. I won't lie, it has affected me in some ways. And there are some things that I just can't forget. My brother says it's because I have um, a big forehead. So people with large foreheads hardly forget because they have an extra brain there. And I take it. For this, I totally take it. Because there's some things that I can't really pull behind me. No, if I say pull behind me, then it means I'm holding on to them. But the fact that they have affected me and some decisions I take today, I can't I can't run away from that. It's the truth and nothing but the truth. And the whole thing is that um, I've had people who were very nice to me when I was in primary school, people who were very mean, and yeah, I really don't want to go into it, but like, yeah, it has been like a very bittersweet moment for me. So let me tell you about like my primary school experience.